In course of hearing during the loan moratorium case, RBI argued that they had not come across a single case where banks had been apathetic to the plight of borrowers. Appearing on behalf of the Indian Banks Association, senior lawyer Harish Salve submitted that any resolution has to take place through restructuring of debt, which is dealt with by private banks in line with their existing norms, but government banks also, by virtue of being listed companies, have shareholders and cannot be asked to write off loans. He stated that the relief which banks will have to give may be based on Kamath Committee recommendations for sector-specific relief. He argued that the real estate sector came to a standstill during lockdown, and this was the situation across various sectors who could not work from home. However, he argued that the liquidity shortage also restricts capability of banks during a disaster where economic sentiment usually stops people from investing money, and there is only as far banks can go while mitigating effects of a disaster. He submitted that there have been deaths and illnesses in various families, and the entire mood across the nation was not really looking upbeat. The court asked him that what the governments were expected to do in such a situation, to which Salve replied that the answer lies in Disaster Management Act. The government can help in every sector, not just the ones who have approached the top court. He cited the suffering of laborers and death of breadwinners across the country who need social security at this crucial time. He argued that businesses have changed and the country needs to see what can be done for each tier of business, giving an example from the United Kingdom where a furlough scheme was introduced for employees. He also submitted that people affected by disaster are not just CREDAI or other associations, and government is responsible to bring back the entire economy back on its feet and can't ignore specific sectors. However, help can be directly given to those directly affected by disasters, not to tier 2 or tier 3 participants in this regard. He stated that it defies logic that powerful real estate players and CREDAI won't have their voice heard. He also submitted that though moratorium helped borrowers to a certain extent, it affected banks adversely and have to consider all situations. He also argued that some businesses may have become zero during lockdown, but various other businesses like home delivery and Netflix prospered during the lockdown. Also, he urged the top court to end this case as of now. Making a similar pitch before the top court, the State Bank of India also asked the court not to give any further orders for any further relief, stating that most of their depositors were nameless and faceless small depositors, and they have to pay most of the compound interest to such small depositors who form the backbone of any bank, and the big borrowers of thousands of crores need to think about those with a lifetime savings of a few lakhs and cannot be asked to dole out crores of rupees as part of relief to various sectors.